Nicholson of the Hopkins faithful. And Naruski is a guy who's tried and true. He's battled through injury. He's going to be huge at the dot tonight, facing off against maybe the best in the business, Luke Weirman.
And we are underway here in College Park, and right on cue, Weirman wins the opening draw back to himself. And Maryland starts to move left to right here.
I'm looking for if Maryland starts dominating at the faceoff dot, will Hopkins maybe double pole the midfield, mix some things up to throw him off.
Wisnauskas in the alleyway, shoots and scores. Logan Wisnauskas didn't take long, 31 seconds mark to load it up. And he beats Curson low to the far side, and the Terps jump on top 1-0.
Maryland is really a positionless offense, meaning all the 6 guys on the field can attack from anywhere, can shoot from anywhere, can dodge from anywhere. It's basically just a weave across the front of the Hopkins defense with passing. And it's just the one more and a nice split dodge. Wisnauskas looks up, notices he has a shorty match.
We talked about it in the open. Nobody's played against Maryland more than Connor DeSimone in a Johns Hopkins uniform.
His 9th Hopkins-Maryland game. That blew my mind when I saw that stat line from Ernie LaRossa, the SID at Hopkins.
Shot clock at 35. DeSimone 1v1 against the shorty. Goes across the box, 15 yards away. Plays it now to Degnan. Degnan to the middle of the box with a right-hand cradle. Gets to 11 yards. Fires the left-handed shot, and he scores. Garrett Degnan, the senior out of Harwood, Maryland. Bounces off the defender, and he puts it home. And more importantly, Mark, the Blue Jays answer back here. And of course, one of the guys you expect, Garrett Degnan, leads the way, and we're even here in College Park.
One of the main criticisms of Hopkins a couple weeks ago was they stopped fighting against the Maryland team. You want to see fight? Look at Garrett Degnan. Get Matt Rahill to the middle of the field. Bumps heads like a battering ram. Establishes space. Maryland is there. Shooting is a little off right now. A pipe and now 2 clean misses, and now you have a turnover. You know, if you're Johns Hopkins, you're feeling really good about your defense. Not necessarily how well you're playing, but the fact that Maryland has been off target and you dodge a couple bullets.
Scott Smith with the defensive play.
Really emboldened by how this team has come out tonight.
8-yard shot that time. Curson gets a piece of that. It dribbled over to his left and behind the goal, but his outlet pass here on the near side. Double team comes. Khan goes back behind the goal now. In front, and again, Curson makes the save. He stones Maliver there from close range.
Great save by Curson. Kept his feet on the ground as well.
Curson that time comes out to put pressure on Maliver. Behind the back shot and a goal. Keegan Khan with the highlight reel finish. And the Terps regain the lead 2-1.
This team never stops. They're constantly attacking, constantly making you uncomfortable. They don't stop moving. I'm not so sure Curson needed to come out of the goal to force that to one side or the other. He got back in cage, but he really never got his feet underneath of him. But I'm not so sure even if he would have had that advantage that this one wouldn't go. That's a brilliant behind the back.
Really toward that. That was terrific hustle that time. Or Bowden Zulik for Hopkins that time, and nearly got the ball for his team.
The Blue Jays have come to play. They don't look anything right now like the team, right when I say it, of course, but I was going to say, they're showing energy and emotion that we didn't see a couple weeks ago.
Logan Wisnauskas goes upstairs for the Terps. They've extended the lead now to 3-1 with 7:21 to go here.
The ground ball work from Maryland. Look at this, the hustle and all the white jerseys. Hopkins was fighting, they were scrapping. And then off of the end line, Keegan Khan looking for that 2-man game. And I love the hesitation cut by Logan Wisnauskas. He almost got his defender hung up. And when he realized that, instead of fading to the backside.
Can't get anything going. Throws behind the goal now for Epstein. Epstein. Back to DeSimone. Shot clock at 18. DeSimone trying to get inside. Pass deflected. Ball down, picked up by Peshko. Snaps it, nice pass, shot, and a goal. That's a great look from Peshko as he finds Jacob Angelus right on the crease mark. And a goal for Hopkins. They badly needed 5:19. It's Maryland 3 and Hopkins 2.
You can hear the band here at Maryland Stadium, Capital One Field. We saw this a couple weeks ago against Ohio State. Ground ball scramble situations. The Maryland defense pushes upfield and is undisciplined. And look at Peshko. Finds a wide open Jacob Angelis. Snaps off the feed. Drills it.
Quarter with just under 2 minutes to go now. And if you had any questions about after the way the first game went about belief in the Blue Jays, they've got the belief here in the first 15 minutes. McNaney makes the long-range save there. His third of the game that time. Smith staying with Wisnauskas. Double team comes, shot inside Maliver. Wisnauskas, as soon as the second defender came, he knows I've got a teammate somewhere, and he finds him inside. Maliver finds the cavity in the defense, and it's 4-2 Maryland.
Wisnauskas uses every inch of his 6'3" frame as Hopkins sends a decent double. This isn't a bad double as the shorty, and there you see the double, and watch Wisnauskas just look over number 12, Brett Martin, and a casual little flip. Great job by Maliver to follow the slide. He follows the slide. It wasn't a sprint.
But face off here to start the second quarter. EMO for Maryland. Wisnauskas, long range shot. Curson has the save up high right in front of his face. His 6th of the first half.
The one thing Curson does, he's 6'2", but he crouches. He plays so much shorter than his 6'2" frame.
Ooh, a couple of good roll dodges that time from Shore. Opportunity, Degnan! And he puts it home. All the work, though, done by Brandon Shore, Mark, to set that up. The grad student finds Degnan, who puts it home, and it's a one-goal game again.
Scramble for the loose ball. It starts with Shore. Look at him take on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white jerseys, including the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year, Brett Makar, treating him like a piñata. Look at this, whack, 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 whack. And then Brett Martin smartly gets it up to Degnan. And Degnan, being the heavy shooter that he is, wanted to launch that thing, but then sees the open space in front of him. He tiptoes through the green. Keogh is begging for the ball. Peshko didn't get it up to him. Now it's Joey Epstein with Luke Weirman. Will they cycle the ball to number 32 in black?
Peshko, tall, rangy, shooter, and he scores. He drops down low, and he finds the cage. And just like that, at 13-11 of the second quarter, it's Maryland 4 and Hopkins 4.
Peshko with a fantastic individual effort. And my apologies, it wasn't Luke Weirman on the field, it was Jake Higgins. I got my 50s mixed up right there. But look at Epstein drag Higgins out. That's great spacing by number 32 in black. He takes Higgins away as the slide option. The shots just haven't fallen yet, but now they have to reestablish that rhythm as Hopkins has had possession over the last 3 minutes or so.
Donville across the box. Switches back to the right hand. DeMeo loads up. He shoots and scores. A high-to-high missile from DeMeo, and the Terps jump back on top 5-4.
Consider the rhythm reestablished. Dodgers like Kyle Long and Anthony DeMeo, number 16 in the white and red. They're kind of like quick point guards. And that is, if you fly out to them, they're just going to dribble right around you. But if you give them too much space, they will connect from downtown. And that is missed possessions by the Blue Jays.
When you're playing one of the highest scoring teams in the country, you can't afford to miss opportunities like that. DeMeo to the near side here for Murphy with 20 on the shot clock for the Terps. Inside, beautiful look, and Kahn finishes. Owen Murphy, the Hopkins transfer, and he finds Kahn, the Villanova transfer, inside for a 6-4 Maryland lead.
The confidence of this Maryland team as Murphy feeds Keegan Kahn inside. It looked like Kahn was covered Murphy just going to, a little wing dodge, gets to his left. Keegan Kahn with a nice cut. And it looked like the Hopkins defender just couldn't keep up with Kahn, got caught flat-footed. Great little flash cut.
Gotta make them know that you're there. Discourage them from trying to come into that area.
And the officials have established a little bit of a tempo here. They are letting these guys play. They're letting them hit. They're letting them swing.
Degnan, long-range shot. McNady sees it all the way on the low to high opportunity. Bounces the pass back up to Wisnauskas.
Those hands from Wisnauskas. I mean, he just has incredible hands for a person of his size.
Some people get the gifts, some of us don't. Murphy here on the near side to the center of the box. He fires and scores. Curson taps himself in the chest and says, my bad. That's really maybe the first goal mark that Curson's given up that he would like to have back as Murphy hits him from long range to make it 7-4.
And Curson thinks he should have had it. This is still a pretty darn good shot by Owen Murphy. Look at him get top side. He recognizes where the defender's stick was, and it was behind him when he started his dodge. But what I liked about this Murphy goal, watch him hide his stick. Right there. Just kind of hit his stick behind his head a little bit. And I think Curson was a little surprised.
Go here in this second quarter, and Maryland leading it by a count of 7-4.
Each team has a timeout left. We'll see how Peter Milliman decides to manage the clock. About a minute difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Evans gets it knocked out. Good defensive play by Alex Smith. Loses his stick. Terps coming the other way. Kahn. Fairman. Dodging against Grimes. Behind the goal. Doesn't have anything now with 90 seconds to go. Terps will settle it down.
Fairman is a player who played his first 4 seasons here at Maryland as an offensive midfielder. They're leaving him on the field.
And a beautiful play. Malaverta Wisnauskas across the crease into a wide open goal. And with 1:12 to go here in the second, it's Maryland 8 and Hopkins 4.
We talked about the Maryland short stick defensive midfield. Alex Smith. That is just weight room right there. Great takeaway against a talented Dodger in Ryan Evans. Then they used Bubba Fairman as a decoy. That was a moving pick, by the way, on number 2 in white. Watch him. He's never set. Right there. He's rocking back. Regardless, no call.
Angeles back to DeSimone. DeSimone, he'll try now. Gets it through high to low. McNaney makes the save. Mark, they say a lot of times, man down, your goalie's got to be your best defender. And McNaney ready to gobble that one right up with his 8th save of the game.
Clean as well. I'm not crazy about that shot from DeSimone. I thought him and Angeles kept that ball on the one side of the field for about 7-8 seconds.
Here's Long coming down, and he bounces one home. Right on cue, disastrous start for Hopkins. A low-quality shot on the EMO, and then a transition goal from Kyle Long, and Maryland leads it 9-4.
Yeah, I thought Angeles, when he got hung up by 2 Maryland defenders, that's a time when you bang it to DeSimone, bang it, switch fields to the other side, but no dice. And Maryland just right out of the box. Kyle Long, the speedster, is able to corral it, plant his feet, grip and rip. Fox Noggins with Keogh to earn a minute in the sin bin.
And a shot and a goal. Angeles. They missed on the EMO to start the quarter, but Angeles beats McNaney from the near side here. And Hopkins finally ends the long drought. It's Maryland 9 and Hopkins 5.
Nothing fancy about this, just a simple pass down. Angeles decides to take the shot. He's just going to basically exchange with Peshko, gets to the wing and doesn't have much of an angle, but the rotation is a little bit slow. By
third, 9-5, the Terrapins on top. Ohio State and Rutgers still to come. Scheduled for an 8 o'clock start here tonight in College Park. Oliver back to the top for Owen Murphy. Wisnauskas finds Maliver inside. He'll fire the shot and score. The sophomore collecting the pass and finding the far corner down low as the Terps extend the lead to 10-5.
Eric Mulliver and Owen Murphy are interchangeable on this offense. And what I mean by that is sometimes number 4 will stay on attack and 55 comes out of the box, and on other occasions, number 4 comes out of the box. This time it's number 4, keeps his feet moving, goes through the turnstile defense of Scott Smith, who just kind of got.
Degnan now. A couple of tallies in the first half, been quiet for a while. Hopkins was for over 15 minutes. Wow, look at McNaney. Look at that.
I'd say it looked like an NFL safety, but Logan McNaney, no offense, McNaney family, that was more like a Pop Warner interception right there. McNaney I just love this kid. He's just got such great energy, so fundamentally sound, and the last thing you think he's going to do is stray from his crease and intercept an exchange pass.
Marco Polo, Hoss.
He just grabs it. I mean,
he loves to go on adventures. We've seen him score, and Hopkins is now up to 11 turnovers here in this contest. Long looking for help and finds it. DeMayo striding down the middle of the field. He'll fire high to high. 5:33 to go in the second. It's Maryland 11 and Hopkins 5.
Quick offense. Not only is it Thursday, but it's May 5th. Cinco de Mayo, Anthony DeMayo. We saw Kyle Long do it earlier in the quarter. These guys are so fast. They win the race out of the box. They win the substitution game. And DeMayo pulls up left-handed and just smokes it under the crossbar.
Nobody stopped the ball. Nobody stopped the goal. Con 1v1. Trying to pick up the ground ball. Now he's double teamed. Has it. Gets it away to DeMayo. DeMayo trying to create an unsettled situation. And he does. And he settles it by scoring a goal. DeMayo high to high moments ago. This time he goes down low with his 3rd of the game.
Keegan Kahn was able to corral that ground ball, but he paid the price. Took a couple body hits, then a swing by Owen McManus at the end of this play. We're going to see it right there. Lucky he didn't get called for a slash, as the ball was clearly out of Keegan Kahn's stick, and then DeMayo just drifts in front of the cage. His release points are so impressive. We just saw him score lefty, shooting the ball low to wickets.
2 goals in 49 seconds for Anthony DeMayo. 3rd of the night, 19 now on the season. Naruski wins the faceoff. He comes down, he shoots and scores. Matt Naruski stops the bleeding. Arguably, he's been the best player for Hopkins tonight. Scores the goal here at 4:38 of the 3rd. Maryland 12 and Hopkins 6.
This kid is a warrior, battling through injuries, stepping up in a leadership role last week against Penn State. And watch him just soak a couple of checks, cruises to the cage. How about this shot right here? A little bit of a, they run through players, they run through every ground ball, they run through every pass. This team runs through everything, and on that occasion, Martin held up. I understand that the ball was on the sideline, but the Maryland player just ran through it and is able to get possession for his team.
Great opportunity here for Murphy, and he puts it home. Great job on the far side, creating the play that time for the Terps by Jack Brennan. Owen Murphy just kind of lingers here to the near side, and again, nobody there to stop the ball for Hopkins, and an easy, uncontested opportunity against Curson.
The Hopkins defense now just looks a little tired. They've been playing a lot of defense in this quarter. They played a lot of defense in this game, but Jack Line, just kind of a mental error right there. See if Maryland, the one more, the unselfish nature, the motion offense. I mean, I tell you, 2 head coaching jobs opened up yesterday, St. John's and Providence. I could see Bobby Benson at a place like Providence.
Wisnauskas from high to low. 4th of the game for Logan. He's got 44 now on the year. And number 1, 17 minutes away from heading to a Big Ten championship game as they continue to extend the lead. It's now 14-6.
And when you have pieces like this, John Tillman entrusts his offensive coordinator, Bobby Benson, explicitly. Just a little two-man game. And when you leave number one completely all alone at the top, that's what's going to happen. And Wisnauskas is feeling it. 17-8 on March 27th. And we talked to Nick Myers this week. That's a team that has just seemingly had the Buckeyes number the last couple of meetings. They look to reverse that trend later this evening.
The double team there, ball out, and lead Hopkins ball. Ironically, too, Ohio State jumped out 3-0 in that game and really had the home team reeling in that contest.
I remember watching that game live for the first 7-8 minutes, and I had to take off and do something else. And then when I saw the score, I couldn't believe my eyes.
Here's Maltz picking up the turnover. He comes in, he shoots and scores. The junior at a Riverside High in Ashburn collects the turnover off the double team, and as has been the case in the second half, too many turnovers by the Blue Jays, and Maryland continues to cash in.
A hearty roar of the crowd for number 37 of the Maryland Terrapins, Daniel Maltz. This is a guy who scored 50 goals last year for Maryland. He's been relegated to a man-up role and a backup role on this lacrosse team because of the talent that's in front of him now due to the transfers and graduate students, et cetera, but
cool, and performing his role as asked right now for this lacrosse team.
Says a lot about him to stick around and figure it out.
Great question mark move there. Turnaround shot by Dylan Bauer, and he puts it home. A rare goal here in the second half for Hopkins. And Dylan Bauer creates it there for the Blue Jays to make it a 15-7 game.
Bauer out of Park City, Utah. Congratulations to the Utah Utes. They survived Bellarmine in the first round of the Atlantic Sun tournament in overtime a little while ago. Terrific speed and quickness. I like how he just whips it past Logan McNaney.
Dunn wins another face-off here out the front door, coming out inside the restraining line, quickly gets it away to Degna! Put a radar gun on that rocket. On the highway, it's a ticket. On the lacrosse field, it's a goal. Maryland 15 and Hopkins 8.
Luckily for the Blue Jays, no speed trap here at Capital One Field. Degnan, the second team All Big Ten performer. This is beautiful. You win it out the front door, you absorb the pressure, you protect your stick as a face-off man. And not only that, Pete, look at this feat. That's like a little left.
So that means the analytical people will be upset because we'll look at that number and look at the analytics.
Yeah.
But a deeper dive inside the numbers show. Here's Wisnauskas. Brennan fires, he shoots and scores. Jack Brennan off the pass from Logan Wisnauskas. And Maryland extends the lead.
This is something that Maryland possesses that's going to serve them well moving forward. And that's a second midfield that can produce. Jack Corse, excellent off ball. Brennan, we want to talk about players affected by COVID. He was playing as well as anyone on this team in 2020 when the season was shut down. Injured, sat out 2021.
Though, play was Appatelli. Bauer against Fairman. Top of the box. DeSimone. Another wicked shot from Degnan. Same spot, same result. The man from Harwood having a night here for Hopkins. 16-9.
He's been such a reliable shooter for the Blue Jays. A midfielder early in his career. And watch DeSimone draws 3 white jerseys. Time, room, vapor trail for number 40 in black and blue this week. That's still in his mind.
Well, if anything, it tells them they can't just assume.
Sure.
In any situation. Dronsky picks up the turnover there by Maryland. Hustles with the ground ball the other way now for the Blue Jays. Degnon's pass to the Epstein on the far side goes behind him, and a turnover for Johns Hopkins.
There you see Makar and Degnon chirping at one another.
6 clear. You're a competitive athlete, Mark. You know what that conversation was like.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. We got a big hit there after the whistle, and now we got fisticuffs again.
Now it's ugly. This is unfortunate.
You can see Peter Milliman and his assistant coaches trying to make sure his team stays in their bench area over there on the far side. Brian Abbott talking to Alex Zapatello right there, trying to calm him down.
Hopkins no strangers to fights in the Big Ten semifinals. We remember the brawl.
Donville and White.
So Zulik clamps down on Donville's stick, and he's just trying to get it back. And Zulik does a little bit of good acting right there. Jake Lilly, number 37, his arms are extended. 36 in white. You can clearly see a punch thrown.
The 2 referees right there on the scene there.
Yeah, you see Lilly. Lily's grabbing the face mask of Zapatello. And there you see Lilly was attempting to throw a punch. It looks like it was mitigated by the helmet of his teammate Zulik. It's unfortunate. Careful. But yeah, you can see Lilly right there just grabbing Zapatello's face mask. And that's instinct, right? I mean, at that point, somebody's got your face mask. They're jacking your head back and forth, and you're just trying to defend yourself.
Drew Morris has come in to take over for Logan McNaney in the net. You saw John Tillman on the sidelines enjoying a smile with Roman Puglisi, one of his many grad students on the roster. They've been through a lot together, and a strong bond with those veterans on this Maryland roster and their head coach.
No question.
Down to 57 seconds.
I think the one thing, though, Maryland, I think, is your #1 seed overall in the NCAA tournament. And I do believe, and there could be bid stealers out there. If there are upsets in conference tournaments, it could change the dynamics. But I'm feeling confident that Rutgers and Ohio State will be in the NCAA tournament regardless of our result.
McDermott with a nice shot there, the sophomore out of Rochester. Puts one in with 37 seconds to go to make it 16-10.
Hopkins continues to fight. The band plays at least one more time in 2022. Nice little exchange. Angelus, the throwback to McDermott.
20 seconds remaining. DeSimone. Angelus comes around and shoots and scores. Right on cue, Jacob Angelus adds another. WCAC at Paul VI. He's got 3 and 1 on the night with 12 seconds to go. A little more cosmetology for the Blue Jays. It's Maryland 16, Johns Hopkins 11.
Draws a double. Angelus has been a revelation this season at attack. Very much better suited, I think, for that X attack.
Yeah.
What's this Hopkins team going to look like next year? How will they manage the transfer portal? Will graduates stay, or will they go? It'll be interesting.
We know who's going to the championship game. It's Logan Wisnauskas, John Tillman, and the Maryland Terrapins as they knock off the Blue Jays. Johns Hopkins scores the final 3. And Maryland ends up winning it here by a score of 16-11. It'll be their 5th appearance in the Big Ten Tournament Championship game, and hoping they become the first team to win the Big Ten Tournament. John Tillman and his coaching staff now will go to work, digest what happened here tonight, and go watch Rutgers and Ohio State, what promises